not just with Breeze, but with every product that we're showing them, because all luxury products have some sort of a cooling effect to them, right? And a cool sleep technology. But they talked about something called a microclimate. Remember that term? Microclimate. Does anyone want to take a stab at your best definition of what a microclimate is, or where the microclimate is on your sleep system when you sleep at night? Okay, I saw the first hand over here. Help me with the name again.
Curette.
Pardon me?
Curette.
Curette.
Microclimate is...
Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Come on.
So, the climate between where you're sleeping, so you sleep on top of probably your protector and your sheet, and you have your blankets and stuff on top of you. So between that top comforter, blanket, sheet, or whatever, and the base, you create a microclimate with your body heat, and that's what they're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Let's give her a round of applause. Hey, that is absolutely awesome. So would it, Pierrette, would it be, did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it safe to say that every mattress has a microclimate on it?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. And that microclimate is exactly the way that she described it. It's the area from the top of your mattress, right, to the bottom of your blankets or your sheets or whatever you use on the top. And there's always been a microclimate on a mattress. It's taken us until today to truly identify that we can build a mattress that will change the microclimate that you sleep in every single night on a mattress. And I want us to be more proactive, talking about the benefits of cool sleep. And in that training video, they talked about not just the elements, the room elements as an aid to better sleep, but they also talked about creating a cooler microclimate from the top of the mattress to the bottom of your sheets or the bottom of your comforter or whatever you use to sleep with, that we can control that too. We can actually make that cooler. And let me ask you, is there a benefit to cool sleep technology for people sleeping cool? So let's talk about the science behind sleep, because I truly believe the people that, and by the way, you guys are just knocking it out of the park again this year on Tempur-Pedic. Travis and I were just talking earlier, but can everybody benefit from a cooler sleep environment and a cooler sleeping microclimate? 100%, yeah? Because let's talk about the science behind what our bodies do when we fall asleep at night, all right? So what naturally happens to our core body temperature at night when we lay down and when it gets dark outside and we lay down and approach sleep? What happens to our core body temperature? It cools slightly, doesn't it, Lucas? Yeah, it cools slightly. And then when it cools, what hormone does our body produce? Melatonin. Who in here has children? My little Petra, Steve's met her, 20-year-old fireball bomb, 99 miles an hour, 99% of the day, would never sleep. We couldn't give her enough melatonin to make her sleep at night. Melatonin is a great sleep aid, isn't it? So our bodies naturally produce that. So if we're going to sell the benefits of cool sleep, all right, we need to understand how our bodies, the transformation that our bodies go through at night when we sleep. Yep, it gets dark out, it's time to go to bed, right? It signals to our body it's time to go to bed. We lay down, and our body temperature naturally drops, and our body temperature produces melatonin, and we go through a natural sleep cycle. What happens in the morning when the sun comes up? Time to get up, right? Time to get up. And what happens to our body temperature, our core body temperature then? Goes back up again. It warms up again. And what does that do ultimately?
I just have been having hot flashes, so my thermostat is broke.
Your thermostat is broke.
But
so let me ask.
Is the issue for these Tempur-Pedic beds and sleeping cool. It's frightening to wake up so hot.
It is frightening.
Mad. Anybody else just get
It
mad?
is frightening. It is. Yeah. It is.
Wherever you're sleeping.
Yeah. So there's some truth behind, obviously, and there's a lot of science behind this, but research shows that not just the cooling sleeping environment. By the way, remember the video? What did they talk about the optimum sleeping temperature for the room?
65.
Who sleeps in a 65-degree room in this room? Do you really? You guys are all. Wow, that's amazing. And I can honestly tell you, I stayed with my mother for 7 nights in June, and she had surgery, and I didn't sleep for 7 nights. It was 80 degrees in her room, in her house, and no joke. And can you only imagine how warm that microclimate is? She had one of the old Crown Jewel Sealy's. Can you only imagine my mom has it in her guest bedroom. Can you only imagine how warm that microclimate was on top of the sheets? I didn't sleep for 7 nights. And I can tell you that heat has a big impact, because just like if the room is too warm, it's no different than if your microclimate is too warm when you're sleeping. It will truly affect your sleep at night. So if we want to sell more premium mattresses, and if we want to sell more Tempur-Pedic, especially in the Breeze collection, I truly believe we need to educate the consumer first on what our bodies naturally do at night when we go to bed, and what our bodies naturally do in the morning when we wake up. And I told both Great Falls and Bozeman this week, I want every one of us to be more proactively talking about what the benefits to your sleep quality is to a cooler microclimate and a cooler room. We need to be viewed as the mattress and the sleep experts, I should say. Not mattress experts, but the sleep experts. And I guarantee you, and there's a story in Great Falls, true story, just happened this week. Dalton. Customer was at Conlon's, right next door to your Great Falls store. Looked at a Tempur-Pedic product. First came to your store, looked at a bed. I don't remember exactly which model it was. Went back over and he gave him a great presentation on cool sleep and technology. Went over to Conlon's, looked at a product, came back and bought that $8,600 Breeze King from Dalton. It was over the weekend. I think it was just last weekend. So there's a true story. There's something to be said about being viewed as the sleep experts. There's all kinds of places in town here to buy a sleep system, and if we can educate the customer on the benefits of sleep and what our bodies naturally do at night when we go to bed, and how we can improve their sleep quality, we're going to benefit. We're going to be viewed as that sleep expert. And I truly believe in today's world where customers are shopping a little bit more for a mattress, I truly believe that they'll come back and buy that from that person that gave them the best presentation. So talking about sleep, talking about the science behind sleep, and if anyone can talk about a cooler sleep environment and a cooler microclimate, it's Tempur-Pedic. Because Tempur-Pedic owns one of 2 thermal laboratories in the United States. We own it. We are constantly studying how heat and humidity, which we call heat index, ultimately affects your sleep between your mattress and your sheets. Our thermal laboratory is studying this. And I can tell you, factually, as well as documented, that there is no other mattress in the industry that will provide an all-night cooling system like the new Breeze products will. All right? And I'm going to prove it to you today at how different these products cool that microclimate and help breathe and draw the heat and humidity away from the surface of the bed. And as you lay on that product, you're going to find that it gets cooler and cooler and cooler because the system is starting to work to your body when you lay back on it. So anyone have any questions about sleep first before I get into the product itself? So just to kind of recap, we can all benefit from a cooler sleep environment, and we can all benefit from a cooler microclimate. And I think by educating the customer about the benefits of that is going to help us be viewed as the sleep experts, and it's going to help us sell a lot more Tempur-Pedic beds, and especially a lot more Breeze products out there.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So when they're doing that temperature testing with the humidity and the heat, have they tried it with a protector on the top of it?
That's a good question. Actually, that came up this week, and I'm going to find that out. I'm assuming that they're looking at that, But I will tell you, and I think it's pretty natural to think the more layers, on any mattress that you put, between your body, it's going to act as a little bit of an insulator, but it's still going to be cooler than the average mattress that doesn't have, a cool technology
Well, I was
to
just
it.
wondering,
Yeah.
you spend, whatever, $8,000 on a mattress set,
Yep.
and a protector's $200. That $200 could be taken away from the performance of the mattress. So what do we,
Yep.
honestly tell them and
Yeah, yeah.
to get the coolest
Oh.
environment they can have?
To get the coolest environment that you could have,
Yeah.
you would sleep directly on top of your
You
sheets.
tell
on
them
top
buy
of
the
it.
protector, but you don't have to
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah, because ultimately all you're doing is adding another insulator between your body and the bed. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. And that's and in the old Tempur-Pedic days, in the old product, remember we had to zip the Easy Refresh cover off, and you could sleep right directly on top of that cooling material, on that PureCool cover. And now the cooling obviously is not just underneath, but it's in the cover and works itself all the way down. Does that make sense to everybody?
Has
So-
Tempur-Pedic developed a mattress pad to assist with their cooling system?
Yeah, we do have kind of our own top of bed program, yeah, but it's not a new program. It's a program that we've always had. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It sounds like a good opportunity for add-on sale.
Yep. So we're going to talk today about that microclimate. We're going to talk about how this sleep system is truly designed and built, so we can make the statement to the consumer. And I thought I saw, maybe I didn't see it here, but there's one